Morning, church. This is Pastor Mike. I hope today is a good day for you, the beginning of a great week. I know it's hard to find the positive things in our news and in our world right now. It seems like so much is negative. So when I see those positive things, I try to latch on to them. This weekend, one great thing that happened was the Falcon 9 rocket from SpaceX took off in Florida with two American astronauts and got all the way to the space station, something we have not done, an American launch of people since the space shuttle shut down. As I was watching the live stream and as I was blown away by these visuals and these video feeds that they had, it got me wondering about just how big is space anyway? Our best guesses and scientists' best guesses say that the observable universe is about 93 billion light years across, which is pretty amazing when we think about it. But what is a light year anyway? And how in the world do we wrap our heads around 93 billion of them? Well, a light year, sorry for the scientific digression, but it's the amount of space or distance that light can travel in one single calendar year here on Earth. And so that means that each one is almost 6 trillion miles. So if you imagine that you were going to lay a highway across the entire universe, each segment of that highway, you'd have 93 billion segments, and each one of those segments would be almost 6 trillion miles. You're going to need a lot of gas stations. It's huge. It's beyond huge. It's beyond comprehension as we look at the scope and the size of the universe. And not just its gigantic nature, its immense, almost eternal in how big it is, but also the beauty that's found within it. Planets and star clusters, gas clouds and nebula, all these things that show us the beauty of the world. It's no surprise that the psalmist writes in Psalm 8, I look at the heavens, I look at the works of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you've established, and immediately he turns around and says, what are human beings that you are mindful of them? Mortals that you care for them. The psalmist knows when we look at how big and how grand and how beautiful all of our created world is, the whole universe, it's hard to imagine that God also has time for us. But when we go to Genesis, when we look at that creation story, God creates everything that we see, and He says it is good. But when He made you and when He made me, He said, now this is very good. This is the pinnacle of creation. See, God looks at us with more awe than what we look at the universe and the heavens with. God has made us to love us, to pour His Spirit and His image into us, to give us a calling and a hope and a future, and to call us children of God. That is your destiny. That is your purpose and calling in life. What an amazing gift from God that we can look into the mirror and say, that is just as amazing a creation as the universe itself. Be blessed today. Know that you are loved by God, that you are created by God purposefully, that God saw the billions of people on earth and said, now I need you as well. There are things in this world that you will do that no one else is gifted, able, and ready to do except you. Accept His calling and His grace on your life today and know that His plan for you is to prosper you and for good. So God bless you today.